By 2027, the most important asset for a software company won't actually be code. It's going to be helium. Welcome to your deep dive into a stack of intelligence briefings from March 13th, 2026.
Yeah, that is a pretty wild shift to think about.
Right. So today, our mission is to really understand this massive inflection point we're hitting in tech. We are officially leaving the brute force scaling era of AI, and we're just slamming right into the agency and infrastructure era. Okay, let's unpack this, because right now, the limitless potential of software is violently colliding with the finite realities of the physical world.
Right, and that collision is happening because software itself is just fundamentally changing. Like, we're moving far beyond those chatbots that just generate text for you.
Oh, absolutely.
We are fully entering the era of autonomous agents.
Exactly. I mean, just look at Macroheart. That's the new joint venture from Tesla and xAI. They aren't just building a smarter assistant, right? They are building an autonomous computer operator.
Yeah, it's a completely different approach.
It really is. It uses xAI's Grok model as like the strategic brain. And then a specialized Tesla agent processes a 5-second video buffer of your screen to actually move your mouse and, type on your keyboard for you.
And the mechanism making that possible at scale is Tesla's AI4 chip. It's this edge computing piece of hardware that only costs about $650.
Wow, just 650. That's insane.
Yeah. By running those physical, sort of instinctive actions locally on cheap hardware, rather than relying on a massive cloud server, well, autonomous computer control suddenly becomes economically viable.
It's like we've gone from AI being a fancy digital typewriter to AI actually being the employee sitting at the keyboard.
That is a great way to put it.
Right. And we're seeing this with Cursor, too. I mean, the coding startup is staring down a $50 billion valuation right now, and it's driven entirely by vibe coding.
Vibe coding, yeah.
Yeah, instead of manually typing out syntax, you just describe the high-level logic or the vibe of the application you want, and the AI agents just write, debug, and test the software themselves.
What's fascinating here is the massive economic paradigm shift this triggers. We are moving away from software as a service, where, you pay a monthly license just to use a tool like Microsoft Word to type up a document yourself.
Yeah, you still have to do the actual work.
Exactly. Now we're shifting to action as a service. You are paying AI for a completed outcome, like successfully negotiating and drafting a complex contract without your input.
Right.
The human role shifts entirely from being a creator to an orchestrator.
Wait, I'm stuck on something here, though.
Sure, what is it?
If these agents are smart enough to execute our entire workflows, are they actually geniuses? Because the data in these briefings tells a totally different story.
Yeah, the testing data is pretty revealing.
It is. GPT-4o just scored a miserable 2.7% on humanity's last exam, which, actively filters out questions older models could just memorize.
We can't just regurgitate the internet anymore.
Exactly. And Meta is even delaying its new avocado model because it's underperforming. Here's where it gets really interesting. General AI is practically flunking out of grad school, but specialized medical AI is literally saving lives. I mean, look at Australia's BAAX project.
Yeah, that contrast is the defining challenge of this new era. BAAX was trained on 3.3 million mammograms, and it's predicting breast cancer risk up to 4 years before tumors are visible to the human eye.
Up to 4 years. That's just incredible.
It really is. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the industry is hitting a hard wall with general pattern matching. Feeding a model the entire internet doesn't make it a true expert.
Right. It just makes it a really good guesser.
Exactly. To get genuine utility, we're being forced to pivot toward deep, domain-specific reasoning, where models learn the underlying physics or biology of a specific field.
Instead of just guessing the next word.
Precisely.
But because these specialized agents have to reason so deeply and, process constant video streams of our desktops, they are churning unprecedented amounts of real-time data.
Massive amounts of data, yeah.
Which is why Ericsson is frantically rolling out AI-native 6G networks at Mobile World Congress just to keep that data moving. But pushing all that data exposes an even more brutal physical bottleneck.
Right, the computation itself. To run these domain-specific reasoning engines, you need sub-2 nanometer chips.
Which are incredibly hard to make.
Very. And to manufacture those chips, foundries use extreme ultraviolet, or EUV, lithography. EUV essentially blasts microscopic mirrors with lasers to draw atomic-level chip patterns.
Okay. I follow.
The problem is that process generates plasma-level heat.
Right. So it's like we are building this infinite digital brain, but we totally forgot it requires a finite physical AC unit to survive.
That is a perfect analogy.
How?
And the only element capable of absorbing that extreme EUV heat without chemically reacting and destroying the delicate silicon is helium.
Ah, helium, right.
Yeah, this raises an important question about our thermodynamic limits.
Because we are running out of it, aren't we?
Exactly. With a conflict in the Middle East knocking out a third of the global helium supply, spot prices for ultra-high purity helium have spiked past $450 per thousand cubic feet.
Oh, wow. $450.
Yes, advanced data centers are facing multi-year delays unless the industry can urgently achieve cryogenic sustainability.
Cryogenic sustainability. What does that actually look like in practice?
Basically, it means recycling helium at 95% efficiency within the data centers.
So what does this all mean? Next year, you might not be writing code or filling out spreadsheets. You'll be managing a team of digital workers doing it for you.
Right, the ultimate orchestrator.
But you'll also be paying a massive premium for the physical resources required to just keep them alive.
Because the intelligence of our software is completely decoupled from its utility if we don't have the materials to cool the hardware it runs on.
Exactly. So I'll leave you with this. If the entire AI revolution is now gated by extreme cooling resources, will tomorrow's ultimate tech monopolies be defined not by who writes the best code, but by who controls the world's physical gas reserves?